Welcome back, everybody, to Copycat Chef. I'm your host, Jason Catalano, and on this channel, we look to be your guide for cooking, baking, and beverages for the busy bodybuilder. And today, we have a good one. It is a beer review of Firestone Walker's Double Barrel-Aged Ale. So just to give you a heads up, this is a English Pale Ale. So that style is really known for being very bready. It's known for being copper in color. It's known for having some pretty decent hops in it. Not too many hops, but known for being a little bitter. Nothing IPA really though. And so for this one, this is clocking in at 5% APV, which is a little bit more than a traditional like American lager, but still not really too strong. It has 160 calories in it, so it's about average, maybe slightly above it. And it's got 30 on IBU, which just means that it's slightly bitter, but nothing really too hard or heavy. And the way I would definitely classify this, if I had to give it a headline, is one of the most versatile, I'd say it's the most versatile pale ale for the common person, right? So for me, what I really liked about it personally, we're gonna go ahead and give it a nice little pour. So as you can see, there's a nice copper color, nice medium carbonation. Not too much on the head, but a lot of carbonation on this. If you guys want to go ahead and see it, great copper color, see-through, clear on the nose. Oh yeah. So this, like for instance, compared to the Budweiser copper, this has a lot more of that oak style coming through. This is on the nose. You can definitely smell it. Ooh, really good. Complex, a little more complex, but not too complex. It's a great smell. Yeah, definitely you're getting the oakiness in it. Maybe toffee, definitely something a little sweet, but like not sweet. It's yeah, maybe like an English toffee. Definitely a little bready too, but it's a little bit like a denser bready. So with that, go ahead. Let's cheers it up. Yeah, so it's definitely got some of those crystal malts in it. You could definitely taste a little bit of the hops, a little bit. But it's this is a really, really good example of a good blend of hops with a little bit of that bready characterness to it. It's got the oak on this really shines through, I would say. You really taste the oak, especially on the back end of it. Very prominent. Vanilla notes, maybe, but I would say definitely this is a beer that if you're somebody that has tried IPAs, personally, for me, it's a very approachable beer in terms of like if you're not really an IPA fan, but you want some hops, I'd go the English Pale Ale. And this does a great job of introducing a little bit of that oakiness to it to give it a little bit more character, a little bit more class, in my opinion. I kind of call this the business beer. This is a beer that reminds me of like Goodfellas. We're sitting around at the poker table, and if you're gonna hand me a beer, this is the type of beer I would want. Not too much ABV on it, so you can definitely drink a few of these. But it's got that great oakness to it. You feel, I don't know, like business, like you accomplished something. Like it tastes like victory. But it's not like an India Pale. This is definitely a lot lower on the IBU, but it's got just enough hops to keep you interested. It's a little bit floral, a little bit earthy. But yeah, very, very smooth, very smooth. Yeah, and you definitely get that oak, nice, beautiful oak flavor to it. Good dry finish on the end. Yeah, so for me, I would definitely say this is a beer that, pragmatically, I would say this is a great, business beer. This is a great beer that for me is like an everyday drinkable beer for people that, aren't, for me, this is the perfect beer for someone who says, the American lager, I'm kind of over it. I want something better, but I don't want to go too craft and too crazy with like the IPAs and the Imperial Stouts. This is the beer for you. And Firestone Walker, this was their original kind of OG original hit. And you can see why. It's a beautiful, beautiful beer. This is an everyday beer. You can do it tailgating, do it while you're barbecuing, you can do it while doing fish and chips. I would highly recommend like Jamie Oliver's, his cookbook, the British cookbook. Every food in that with this is perfect. Really, really do recommend this one though. This is one that's going to be a staple for me. From a popular perspective, it got a 92 on Total Wine. It's actually very affordable too. It's only $7.99, so it's actually very, very affordable beer for the quality. You taste the craftness in it. This is a crafted beer. 83 on BeerAdvocate, and what's crazy about this beer is that I don't really think there's another one exactly like it on the market, but if you want a similar kind of pale ale, maybe not so much oak, I would definitely say Boston Beer Company's got a pale ale that's pretty good, pretty close to this, pretty close. And Bass is another kind of more mass marketed though. The black and tans use the Bass particularly, but for me, you can kind of pair this with a lot of English food. It's got a nice little bready, a little bit of caramel, really more of a toffee type flavor, but the oak shines through. And so anything barbecued to me is going to be perfect for this. Any type of British food, so if you think like porridge or you think about fish and chips is obviously the classic one. And so with that, I would definitely give this one probably, I'd probably give this one like a 94. This is a solid A for me. This one, I love the oak shining through. That's the one thing about Budweiser. I said it was a hint of oak. This is what I mean by you want oak, you want something that's a pale ale but a little more, but not like crazy. This is the beer for you. And so with this one, I have to give this one like definite thumbs up. So for that, giddy up.